The COVID-19 pandemic has had a huge impact on access to education across the world. In an effort to fix this and to avoid similar problems in the future, leaders from the sector are discussing ways to make learning more accessible online. For more on this, we're joined by Alice Albright, the CEO of the Global Partnership for Education. Thank you very much for joining us here. Every parent who has had children out of school fully understands how disruptive COVID-19 has been. What is it that your organisation is hoping to achieve?
Well, COVID-19 has been the most unprecedented disruption to education in our lifetime. We are working closely with the lowest income countries to get education back online, principally through distance learning.
Where in the world has got the most pressing needs here?
It's the low-income countries. Even before the pandemic, there were 260 million children out of school, and most of the children who were in school weren't learning enough. So already before the pandemic, there was a problem. The pandemic, due to school closures and due to the economic consequences, has made all of that worse. We're very worried about the future of education in those countries, and in particular, some of the inequities that we expect to see, in particular about whether or not girls are going to be able to get back to school.
So is that where you focus your efforts then? Because even in developed countries such as England and France, there have been children from lower economic backgrounds who haven't had access to, say, laptops and internet.
So the availability of technology is an issue. We're also very much focused on financing, which is why we're have already launched a significant finance campaign. We're looking to raise $5 billion over the next 5 years to help contribute to countries so that they can reestablish education in their countries. The effort will be led jointly by the UK and by Kenya. And we're looking to raise a significant amount of funding to help countries get their education systems back on track.
So just to push you on this, is this going to be a global initiative? Could people in England and France, say Spain, as well as those lower economic countries around the world, could everybody apply to get some help for their children? Or is this going to be mostly focused on those poorer areas?
The financing piece is on the lowest income countries. We work with, at the moment, over 70 of the lowest income countries because their needs are really the greatest. We see many, many children out of school and many girls not able to go to school, and some of the most pressing needs in education. Of course, at the global level, there are needs globally, of course, and the advocacy efforts across the globe will help draw attention of every government to the plight of their children with regard to education as a function of what the pandemic has done to education.
Alice Albright, the CEO of the Global Partnership for Education. Thank you very much indeed.